Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. Happy Monday to you. The weekend goes by so fast. I can't believe, especially since we lost that hour. It's just, wow. Saturday went by like so quick, and I'm like, oh my God. But here we are again today. So, as I said, I don't know exactly what time I can be here every day, but I'm here. And please subscribe to the channel so that you know when I'm on, and then you can come on or and just leave some comments and share these videos with other people who you feel and think and know that needs to hear the messages. So this is a no zone, no judgment zone here because we're here to uplift everyone, including myself. You know, when you guys get uplifted, so do I. Being here to share my personal experiences of grief and pain and how I came back from it and how I'm still coming back from it because this is no easy, journey. It's a lot of perseverance, fighting, crawling through. And I want to share those experiences with you because there may be some people who may join in and who may be really going through it and they feel hopelessness and despair. And perhaps what I'm sharing here will resonate with them and they can apply some of these things in their own life to help with everything that they're going through so that they can start the healing process because this is never easy. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your messages. I really am, appreciating it. Everything I do is things that I've gone through and I want to share to help others, so that they can heal as well. So, guys, the topic of discussion today is when someone knows your story. I named it, I named this um, that way because sometimes people know your story, they know everything you've gone through, but for some reason, they don't seem to be bothered by it, they don't seem to care about it. A person can know your story and know every pain, every grief and trauma that you went through. And instead of throwing you a lifeline to help you, they sit back and watch it. And I'm going back to the time where everything just collapsed. You know how you see those movies and a building, just the entire thing just fall apart and collapse. um, they've seen that and they sit back and watch. you know didn't throw a lifeline to help, didn't say any words of encouragement or uplifting. They just sat back and watched. And when I see people like that, you know, to me, that shows that's a huge red flag. The mask has fallen off. I seen the person for who they are. And it's important to know, when you let people in your life, find out what their intentions are. Because everybody is not in your life with pure intentions. Just keep that in mind. And I didn't realize that, but not everyone comes into your life with pure intentions. Remember a few videos, including the last one, I said that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or a lesson. We're going to add that to it because sometimes people are not meant to stay in our life. Sometimes, God will give us lessons so that we can be strengthened by it. We either learn a lesson or repeat it. And like I said in prior videos, if that will spin again, that lesson come back around, it's going to be harder than the first one, the first time around, if we didn't get it. So I try to learn these lessons as quickly as I can so that I can move forward and not repeat them again and not let that wheel spin around on the same lesson. That's important to know, guys. And I'm going to always talk about that in each video. When someone knows your story and they want to add more grief and pain to your plate, I can't understand that. And I know there's people in this world who don't want to heal, and that's fine because that's their decision, that's their choice. but don't stop other people from healing, just because you don't want to see them heal. If you don't like someone, just stay away from them. Let that person stay in their lane. Let that person heal while you stay in your lane and do you. It's okay, because all of us are not going to like everybody in this world. What's not okay is when someone think, okay, they don't like that person, but then they take it a step further to take a negative action, against someone just because they don't like who they are. They can't play God in your life, my life, or anybody else's life, just because they don't like someone. And that's where things, I go into prayer with God and meditation and transmute that energy to Him. Because nobody has a right to stop anyone else from healing, because they want them to be subservient to them and what their needs are. And they have to heal that. It's so important to heal. Otherwise, we stay stuck and stagnated in places of we can't grow. And that's, we all are supposed to be learning, healing, and growing and learning lessons. And then after we learn these lessons, we can be a blessing to other people, help them as well. Because some of the things I know that I'm saying on this channel is resonating with others, because I'm hearing it in the comments, I'm getting emails about it. And that's what this is about, helping one another. Um, I have been working very hard since 2020 on my healing, and it hasn't been easy. And I started at a place of therapy, which, was difficult for me because I come from a family who believe that, seeing a therapist is for somebody who has mental health issues. And therapy is to help us to heal and grow. It's an outlet for the pain, so that we can talk about things and it doesn't stay stuck and stagnated within us, because then we can't grow from it. Um, I have learned how to turn my pain into power, a purpose to help others as I continue to stay on this path to heal and grow. And I don't do this alone. I do this with the help of God. I have some notes here so that I can cover certain things that may resonate with others listening. One of the things that I have a problem with is, I'm going to put it in a question form. How can someone be envious of another person who decide that they don't want to stay broken? They don't want to stay stagnated. They want to get on a journey and a path to healing. And so we don't have a manual in this. So we start in a place of therapy, and then we go from there. And someone's envious of this. I find that to be wicked. I really do, because if they don't want to get on a bandwagon to healing, that's their option. But don't stop other people who need to heal. I think that's just really wicked. And on this journey to heal, is so important that we continue to persevere and bite and crawl through things, because we're going to have days where we feel really good, and then we're going to have days where it's just hard. Like yesterday, just it was hard because it's Sunday evening, and I was thinking about my mom and some of the things that I want to share with her, and she's not here, and she's not going to be here. And I just started feeling some kind of way. And it took everything within me to just get up, put some music on, do some things, engage myself in some videos that uplift me, my spirit, so that I can get out of that mood, because I let myself feel it, people, but I don't allow myself to stay there. Because if you stay in a place of pain and grief and depression, it could lead to despair and hopelessness. And that's not something that I want. So, and I go into prayer with God as well, asking Him to help me. So, that's what I went through yesterday. I remember a time, when I was healing. I'm still healing, but when I first started and I was finding some creative ways to get through certain pains and hurts, I remember in the beginning, before I was able even to get to that point from A to B, I remember crawling and begging for help because everything around me felt like it was falling apart, like Job in the Bible. Everything, like a domino effect, one thing after another, death after death. Even my dog died. You can go back some videos before this and listen to the story. And there were people who were around me and who knew what I was going through. And they were actually in a position to help me. And they just stood by and watched. They did nothing. They were silent, just watched me. But yet, when those same individuals needed something from me, I was there for them, being subservient, skipping, hopping, running, and doing things to help them so that they're okay. But when it was my turn, you know, there was silence, like that song, The Sound of Silence. And basically, they just watch. And, I had a few people said, I'm sorry you're going through that. There was no words of encouragement. There was no prayer. There was nothing. It almost felt like, to me, people that they wanted to see me like that. It's like you see someone in a lake or a pool or river, and they are screaming out for help because it looked like they're drowning. And you sit there in a chair or someplace and you just watch them go down a few times. They come up again, help me. And they go down again, and the person sit there and watch. I just was dumbfounded by it because I couldn't believe that people could do this, and people who I had in my inner circle that I spent time with, I helped, went out with, hung out with. And this is what they did, nothing. And believe me when I say they were in a position to help, but they showed me who they were behind the mask. That's why I talk about when you get to have people in your life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be friendships, business reasons, etc. Make sure that people who are entering within your circle are people with pure intentions. That's important to find that out before you allow people in your inner circle. Because some people don't have pure intentions. And it's important to know the difference. Many of them, these people who sat back and watched me go through all this pain, crawl around, many of them were surprised when I resurfaced later. It took a while to resurface because I went through this for 3 years. And I guess they did not expect a comeback, but all I can say to you, everyone listening, God is an amazing God. He taught me that he was my source and not these folks. So I went through all of this. I always talk about lessons. And he wanted me to, reach for him to help me. Because these people didn't care. And God was letting it all fall apart so that I can see through the smoke and the dust and through it all that these people didn't give a damn. And they were sitting back literally watching it fall apart, waiting, and it shook me to my very core, especially losing my mother and dog. And they were just, and I just was in a fetal position, in a ball position, crying, begging. But God came to my rescue. It's like being in the water, knee deep in water. And I'm coming up and down, how you bob up and down, and I'm reaching out for help, and people are just watching, and then I started, asking God to help me. And as I felt that last hand go up, so to speak, and I couldn't take anymore, God reached out and pulled me out of that water, and I held on to God as he lifted me out of that water. And I started praising him because he was the only one there when I was going through this. There was nobody there, whether it was family, so-called friends, business associates, whatever. No one was there to help. And they knew. Many of them knew the details of this. And when I say help, I'm not talking about financial help, just being there to help and show their support and say, I got your back. you know, I'm here for you to listen, etc. No, no one extended anything. When someone wants to see me broken down, busted, and disgusted, what I end up doing now is cut off, block, and delete, because they are showing me behind that mask who they are. They are showing me who they truly are, that they don't give a damn. But yet, I gave a damn about them because I extended that rope to them. I extended that hand to them to help pull them out of that water. I was subservient, helping people, going above and beyond to do things to help other people. But when it was my turn, you know, they just sat back and watched, you know, and really thought, oh, she's not going to make it out of this. And people like that shook me to my very core. And what it taught me is that I had to redirect my focus off of people, put it on myself and God, and to heal and to self-care and to self-love. First of all, self-love, because as you start to heal and grow and evolve, you start to love yourself and know that you're worth it. And you don't need people like that in your life because they don't mean you any good. And if they continue to be in my circle and element, you know, they're just going to bring hell to it. So I had to learn how to cut off, block, and delete. You know, first talking things out with my therapist, then doing a pros and a con list of all the things that they were given within the friendship or, you know, fiduciary relationship, whatever it was. And then as I look at what they were given and what I was given, it wasn't matching up. The pros and the cons and the con list outweighed the pros. It wasn't matching up. And I had to make decisions because it wasn't changing. And as I had these verbal conversations with people, and some people were so disrespectful, I had to cut them off immediately. Like I drive for a living, and you know, and I have breaks in between. So I can't get phone calls when I'm driving. My phone is on the navigate on the GPS, and I had told someone a long time ago, don't call me at work. You know, if you got something going on, call me. And I broke it down because she kept doing it. And I broke it down in a text message as well. Well, if she forgot, I'm going to put it in a text. These are the hours I'm available in the morning if you need to talk. Do not call me while I'm driving, etc. And she continued to do it, which is highly disrespectful, and it could get me to lose my job. So I'm like, so now I'm getting angry because I broke it down 3 and 4 ways and it's still happening. And then we have this nasty argument. All right, really? You're going to still call me? Because what was said to me is, well, just put your phone on mute. No, don't call my phone. I'm at work. You know, so I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing. So now you're not going to be able to call me at all because I'm cutting off, blocking, and deleting, you know, and that's it. I don't care. We don't need to talk anymore. We don't need to do anything because you have no respect for me as an individual. You don't care if I lose my job, lose. And it was like this person wanted me to lose that. No, hell no, hell no. If I had done something, you know, and the thing that is really irritating to me is that if I had done something to somebody and I was plotting behind the scenes to hurt somebody, set them up for failure, then, you know, that I would get that. But it was none of that. They just didn't like me to see me grow, to see me have anything. And nobody has a right, people, to play God in your life. You and I work hard for everything I've done. I've gone to school, 4 years of college, raising a you know, single mom, raising a son, and none of this stuff was easy, but I persevere and bit and chew and crawl through these things, and that's how I got through it. Nobody handed me a damn thing. I worked for it. And because somebody's jealous of it, and one of the things that I despise the most is when people want you to take care of themselves because they're too damn lazy to go out and get a job and take care of themselves. It's not because they have some handicap or anything. They just don't want to work. I can't get that. You don't even want to work to even take care of yourself, to pay your own bills, to take care of you, and you want somebody else to do it. I'm not doing that for anybody but me and a dog when I get one. I'm not doing it. And oh, well, if you're not doing it, I'm going to create some hell in your life. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into meditation, prayer with God, and God sees what I'm doing. and the vows I make and everything, and I'm transmuting that back to him, and he's going to give it right back to you. There's no reason for somebody to try to stop somebody from healing, from being on a path and journey to heal their inner child, to heal hurts and pains that can destroy their life. And if someone wants to see you down and out, and they don't want to see you grow, they don't belong in my life. So it's a blessing for me to get rid of them, because that's what God was trying to show me. That was part of the lesson when he sat me down for 3 years. Look at what's happening. These people don't care about you. They don't give a damn. They're using you, taking what they can and thinking that I'm stupid because I'm generous and I have a good heart. Instead of appreciating that and being grateful to have someone like this in their life, they took advantage of it. And so now it's not on the table anymore. It's going for good, because I talk a lot, and I do that for a reason, people. I talk, and I'll talk to you, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or a businessman. I'm going to talk and talk. And because I want people to know that when my cutoff game is no joke, I'm not coming back. Once I cut off, it's because I did all the talk. I'm talked out now. We're not children. We're adults. I give more. I have more patience and tolerance when you're dealing with children, because they're still young and they have to learn certain things, and it takes some time. But these are things that adults should know already, and they just don't give a damn. So if you don't give a damn, cut off, block, and delete, because I'm not going to redirect my focus from me to put it back on them to be subservient to people who don't care about care about me at all in general. They just want to see what they can take and get. It's not happening anymore. I'm no longer that subserviently savant. And I will tell you today how I feel. If we have to, I will do what's necessary. Restraining order, cops, FBI, whatever, PI, any of it, because I am not putting up with it. I love myself, and we all are supposed to grow and love ourselves and heal, and I've learned to turn the pain into power into paying it forward to help other people as I help myself. And when I feel down, and we all have those days, we're human. Music, doing things to uplift my spirit, self-care. When you start to self-care and heal, you start to self-love. You're worth it. And I know I don't deserve what these people were doing. So that's it for today, guys, because I have to leave now. And I just want to share that with you. Please share this with other people. Let them know they can come to this channel, and they can hear a message. And if it resonates, keep coming back. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's keep this going. I will be back tomorrow. I can't guarantee a time, but subscribe to the channel and you will get a notification bell. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.